So we have come to the end, the final episode of the Reading Festival 2019 vlog. I've always wanted to film a video at this showground that I live next to. This is an old site where they used to put a lot of festivals on in Brisbane, and it's built here for something called ECA, which is like how you describe ECA? It's like an agricultural show. From the UK, then like the Romsey show is a classic one. Yeah, they oh fuck, did I not bring my AirPods case? Oh, I'll chuck them in there. So yeah, it's built here for like this thing called ECA, which happens every year, and it's just this really cool early 19th century showground where they have lots of... It's nice to come run around here and stuff. But yeah, so I thought let's come and do the intro to the vlog here. I should probably come do a proper video down here tomorrow. This is the last episode of the vlog. At the end of the video I said this is the end of the whole project. I do have one more where I'm just going to recap everything. There's like a Q&A section. If you have any questions, please pop them in the description below and I'll get that in. That'll either come out tomorrow or the day after. This was supposed to be out last week, but I had like a last minute shift that I had to pick up, and then there was the weekend. I got very drunk with my friends quite early on in the day. Then I was really hungover yesterday, and now it's Monday, so my apologies. Last episode of the vlog. Sunday was amazing, as I'm sure you can imagine. Love to know your highlights. I'm rambling. Enjoy this, and if you have any questions, pop them in the description for this one, and I'll answer them in the next video. Nice one. Sunday morning for us is a bit of a bizarre one. We do it a little bit different to other people. I'm blessed in the fact that I have family nearby that can kind of pick us up and clean us up. So what we do is we pack our tents up, we take all our shit and we go on the Sunday morning, and we go back to Lauren's parents' house, my girlfriend's parents' house, and we have like showers and a cooked breakfast, and we lie down on the sofa and play with the pussycat and all that kind of stuff. It also helps you kind of get back into the normality of the real world, and then go, oh no, I need to go back to the craziness that is my festival life. Because of the heat, we decided to leave it a little bit, and I think we went back in at about 1:15, and so unfortunately we did end up missing swimmers, which was an absolute gutter. But 12 straight hours in the arena is not easy, especially after 4 days of drinking and walking. I think I did 28,000 steps on the Wednesday, so I'm ready for something, a bit of a chill out by this point. We started off after we got through security, which took forever, to go and watch Everyone You Know on the dance stage, who I think they were shocked at the amount of people that were there. They ended on My Generation, which I thought was, I love that as a record, but you know, very shocked to see how many people had turned up. They were. I was too. But you know, they're a band that I didn't know until I researched them for doing that video. So I'm excited to see where they go going forward. They were great. They had a great sound. I'm really happy I got to see them, because a lot of the video series that I've been doing is about Discovery, and that's a product of that, so I was really happy to check that out. We then nipped over to the main stage to go see Youngblood. Youngblood's Youngblood. He's a bit too commercial for me. I'm not the biggest fan. He clearly has a lot of them, so I don't think that's going to be a problem for him. Loads of energy. Loads of young kids running around like crazy people, which is always good. But I was intrigued by the hype, so I wanted to check it out, and the hype was real. After this, it was time to go grab a beer and go watch Enter Shikari, who I was super excited about following episode 150. Some great highlights through there. They loved their kind of crazy synthy TV thing, which is on the front of their album cover that they end up dragging around the stage. There's a lot of comedy there. Like they're a funny group of lads. And they're from up the road, so to see them come and play such a high slot and play as many sets as they did across the weekend was really special. Whilst they were playing Juggernauts, which is an amazing record and has so much history of Reading Festival, whilst they were playing Juggernauts, they had a countdown from, I think it started at 1869 up until 2019, so it's the last 150 years. And every second, it added a new stripe on the screen. By the end, it was like blue, 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 red. This is some study that's come from the University of Reading, and I'm pretty sure it's obvious to show that you know what this shows. And some guy in the crowd behind us goes, yeah, that we're coming out of an ice age. And this fucking punk, big punk next to us went, he just turned around and went, no, mate, no. Yeah, great to see them as a band. I think they've come such a long way from such a weird sound. They don't really fit into a pigeonhole. They've done a lot of it independently. Brilliant. Loved it. I loved watching that set. I'd like to see them do some more, and I'd actually love to see them headline one day. I don't know if they're ever going to be that commercial, but they're fucking great, aren't they? Next was that amazing return of the Distillers. At this point, we decided to go right to the front. This year they had like, they didn't want to call it a golden circle because it was not, but it was a golden circle where you were limited by the capacity at the front. And I kind of wish that we would have done this sooner because I think you get a much better view of the stage and a much better feel with the audience right at the front. And it's separated into a way where it's not just jam-packed and you have to fight through to get there. So I liked it, I was a fan. I probably wouldn't have the divider in the middle. Anyway, Distillers are great. Brody Dahl, amazing, great to see him back. They're so loud and so punk rock, I love them. Following this, I actually then went and met up with my parents, who I hadn't seen in nearly a year because I've been in Oz, and we went and hung out and got a drink, and then went off to go watch the Amazons in the Radio 1 stage, who were amazing. And seeing all of those people singing along to a local band was just so special. And they're from Reading. It felt like a really special set, that one. I've got tickets to see them in Brixton in November, so I wasn't desperate to watch the whole set, but I was really happy to see what I saw. They came out to Mother, which is amazing, and everyone sung their heart out along with it. And it wasn't just that people were avoiding the shade, it was packed of people singing, so clearly they wanted to be there. And then they went into Stay With Me, which is just an amazing, amazing record. So I think they've come a long way as a band. I think they've got a long way to go. I can absolutely see them going back and headlining the Radio 1 stage. Maybe even one day headlining the festival. That would be really special. But thoroughly enjoyed their set. We did jet out after that to go watch Frank Carter, who played the main stage.
In case you missed it, I'm Frank Carter, and we're the fucking Rattlesnakes. That was hot, that was warm. I can only assume that that was warm from the sun, because thinking that that might have been anything else is terrible. Dino, you ready?
Third from top, he talked about how special that was.
19 years ago, I came as a very small, much less tattooed, very ginger young man to my first ever Reading Festival, 19 years ago. And the band that was third from the top of the bill was the fucking Foo Fighters.
Now he's playing that and they're headlining. The whole thing was very poetic. He's also been on tour with them a lot recently, so I think for him, when I went into my video quite a lot about how he's always wanted to get to a third album, so to get to play a third album and be third from top on the main stage for him is a big thing. Did a wonderful piece around safe gigs for girls, where he encouraged all the girls to crowd surf at the front, which I thought was lovely, and the way he did it was wonderful. Telling that guy to get the fuck down was amazing.
Guys, put him down right now. Get the fuck down. No, seriously, put him down in the pit.
And then told us all to open the pits up, and then a girl-only mosh pit, and it was absolutely brilliant.
You will never see a happier fucking mosh pit in your life than the mosh pits you're about to witness. They are a prime example of how rock and roll can be a lot of motherfucking fun without hurting anybody.
Absolutely great. I loved that. Loved it. It was really fun to be part of that and to watch it. And he played just an amazing show. That man is by far the greatest front man I've ever seen and probably will ever see. He's incredible.
We are only as strong as our foundations. And if you people are our foundations, then we're gonna be just fine. Target fucking acquired. I've got a lot of friends in this pit, my man. And you'll fail in a fiery crowd. Oh no, hang on, it might be changing, no. No, this side is definitely bigger. This side's got a bigger circle pit now, open it up. Try to bring you down. Those jealous motherfuckers, they will try and take your crown. It's easier for them to put you in a box. Keep you simply locked away, cause they hate you when the boat's round. But fuck them all, they don't tell us who we are. When they try and lock you up, go and get the fucking crowbar.
We then quickly headed over to the pit to see as much of Fiddler as I possibly could. It was packed. You could not get in there. So I was really excited to check them out. I've never watched them before. Love their music so much. They're so influential. Probably saw about 5 records, which included 40 Ounce on Repeat and By Myself, which are great records. I thought they were amazing. I'm really glad I got to see them. I thought they were absolutely brilliant. Then we quickly nipped over to the Festival Republic stage, just next door, to go watch Bakar. Loved him from the get-go. I was trying to explain him to my dad. He's like a blend of Jamie T and Kelly Okereke of Block Party if they were making punk inspired by grime. I mean, the records that he played were so good. It's such a wonderful blend of punk and kind of soft indie. I think Dracula was probably my highlight. I think the audience was going for it, as was he. Amazing. I cannot wait to see more of him. We then nipped over to the introducing stage to watch the Mysterines. Now, that slot, that headline Sunday slot, it's quite famous. Last year, Sports Team played it on the introducing stage. A few years ago, Catfish and the Bottom played it. I think the Mysterines have got a huge career ahead of them, and I thought they were absolutely great, absolutely brilliant, and there was like 40 people there. It was amazing. So I think we'll see them play a much bigger slot next year, or maybe the year after, and I can say that I saw them on the tiny stage. So I'm happy I finally did that. Mysterines on the introducing stage, brilliant. Go back and listen to their sound, that was a good set. So following the Mysterines, we then headed over to the main stage to check out our Sunday night headliner, the Foo Fighters. And by this point my legs are very tired, but the power of Dave Grohl has gone through my veins, and what an amazing set. We started off pretty close to the outside, it was very busy, and then my little brother and I decided to move in towards one of the speakers. This is probably one of the best things I can recommend going to a festival in the future. If you can get yourself a good view of the stage and the screen, that's great. If you can get near a speaker, the sound will be so much better, the energy will be better, everything else you'll enjoy a lot more. I couldn't recommend that high enough, really. Foo Fighters did an amazing set. I mean, you forget how many incredible records they've got. Highlights included watching Run for the first time. I hadn't seen that live, that was great. Sky's Neighborhood was great seeing live for the first time. After they introduced the band, they all did a cover of Under Pressure by Queen and Bowie, which was brilliant. I would have liked for that to have been an Oasis record after they just had a rant about Oasis, but you know, whatever. And then also bringing out Rick Astley and doing Never Gonna Give You Up was pretty impressive, especially after my drug video, which I thought was quite funny. Yeah, really interested to see. It was great to see them again. They were wonderful. It's Foo Fighters, you know, they're the biggest rock band in the entire world. So good. Halfway through the set though, some guy climbed to the top of the light array and set a flare on fire. It was terrifying to watch. He just sat there for the rest of the set. But yes, very, very, very good set. An amazing end to the weekend. 3 hours went just by like that. Everlong, just so good. The whole thing was so good. I love that band. They are absolutely brilliant, and yeah, and an end to yet another amazing Reading festival. I saw so much amazing stuff. Some really good highlights there. I mean, probably Ocean Alley and the Chats are up there for me. Anderson .Paak was great. Queen Z were amazing. Ghostmain was a bizarre thing to kind of witness. Amazons were great. I spent a little time this year in the Radio 1 tent. Usually we spend a lot more time there. Hopefully next year there's less pop on there, because that seemed to really break it up a bit. Some bizarre pullouts this year. I was very shocked by the amount of people that cancelled at the last minute. That really did shock me. And I've seen lots of comments about there not being enough security. I don't think that's true. I thought the security were great this year. They were very friendly. They're working really hard to keep everyone safe. I find it really sad that someone died. You know, thoughts go out to the families of those that lost their kids at a music festival, which is really sad. It's supposed to be a very happy place of togetherness and positivity. And my thoughts go to those families whose kids didn't come home. Specifically at Leeds, there's that poor 17-year-old girl who died of a drug overdose. We've got to sort this out. We have to sort this out. This has to be something that's fixed. And there's talks of harsher punishments, and you know, as if that's going to stop anything. I mean, we've done that experiment. It's called prohibition. Lots of people went blind. We legalised it and regulated it. It's now one of the biggest tax inputs in this country. People are going to do drugs at festivals. I don't condone it by any means. I had the soberest weekend of my life and thoroughly enjoyed it. So if, you know, the message I would say is enjoy yourself without it, but I'm not going to say don't do drugs, because it's the world, you know, it's what people do. But it's really, really sad that someone died. I don't want to end on a downer for such an amazing time, but I think it's really important that we talk about this, and yeah, my thoughts go out to all of those families. I'm sorry. But alas, this year was an amazing year. Amazing year, had some great times. Thank you so much to everyone that came and said hi. I met like 8 or 10 of you, and it was brilliant. It was bizarre that people knew who I was and I didn't know who they were. That must be how a lot of rock stars feel. So it felt great to be validated and talked to, and I loved the conversations I got to have with you, and everyone was so sweet, so thank you so much. But this kind of brings us to the end of this project. This whole project around Reading Festival this year, around what happens, who's playing, has been such an eye-opener, and it's not the end by any means. It's the end of this year. We'll be coming back with some more information about season 2 as the new announcement comes, and we'll do some kind of headline predictions and stuff. That whole thing will start probably towards the end of next month, and it's been super exciting. I think it would be really interesting to expand into some other festivals, and I'd be interested to see what that would look like and who you guys would think what else I should cover. Season 2 of Who the Fuck will come back. It's going to get a new name because I've realised that the algorithm doesn't like the word fuck. And yeah, we'll do something slightly different. But it's been great fun, and it's been so different to do it. So I'm looking forward to coming back and doing Season 2. Thank you to all the people that have been following me since the get-go. This time last year I had just over 100 subscribers, and now I'm sitting at just under 1,300. So yeah, crazy growth. I'm now rambling. But thank you so much to everyone that's been watching. I'd really love to know who your favourite people were and who I missed. That is always the conversation I like to have. What a great weekend. Can't wait to do it all again in 355 days. Can't be that far off. Anyway, it's been lovely speaking to you. This is going to be a long video to edit. Thank you for making it to the end. My name is Jack Webb. This has been my Reading vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.